Happy Friday morning to you, everyone. And this is a wax figure of Abba. We'll get back to that in just a second, but it is a school colors day, and PTV is definitely participating. I'm wearing Georgetown Hoyas. Now, our football team is not one that is nationally ranked, but we do play.
Can't say I've seen a game, yeah.
Right.
But Florida State, we have not been nationally ranked in some years. But there's always this year, hopefully. We'll see. We don't get to see them play till Sunday, but it'll be fun to finally watch them kick off.
Absolutely. So let's jump into the topics at hand. New this morning, the school mask debate. Now, I got to tell you, I feel like there's been a roller coaster on this debate. What's going on? What's the latest?
So basically, the official order from the judge who had decided that it was not going to be able to be upheld signed the order, and that allowed DeSantis and the Department of Education to officially file for appeal. Now, while it's appealing, the judge's decision is not upheld during that. So that is why they are continuing at this time to institute the penalties on Palm Beach County, Broward County, and a few others. And what they're doing is withholding the salaries.
I thought the judge said they couldn't do that.
Because they've appealed, currently that judge's order doesn't hold until the appeals process goes through. Understood.
And is that so now DeSantis is challenging that order, right?
Yeah, so going into the next level of courts, basically we're going to, and again, this is for the lawsuit from the parents. This is not from the school districts itself, but it does carry over. If he loses the lawsuit from the parents, then obviously he can't pursue his lawsuit against the school districts because that would be decided law. So basically, this is going to continue on. I wouldn't be surprised, no matter what happens in the next level, appeal again, and we'll just kind of have to see where it ends in the courts, and that's where this is going to be decided.
Well, a lot of people that I know, and I've heard Tim Leary and Chelsea talk about it on the radio. Good morning, Shamika. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Rob Moore, go watch. We'll get to you, Rob. Hold on. A lot of parents that I know, and including Tim and Chelsea at New Country 103.1, they say they signed their opt-out order for their kid, right? But then the kid wanted to wear the mask anyway. So it's the whole conversation seems kind of moot, but meaning
it's definitely interesting to see, kind of how this goes with kid politics. We remember elementary school, what's cool and what's not. If you're the one kid not wearing a mask, you want to be wearing the mask probably. Or if, the opposite happens, same. So as it plays out in the courts, it also plays out in the classroom.
So moving on, that law that was not seen by the Supreme Court of the United States about the 6-week abortion law in Texas, you wrote this morning that it could be coming to Florida.
Yeah, a state rep has already said that he is going to be bringing a similar bill during the 2022 session, the Florida legislative session. And he has some support. The Florida State Senate president was saying that, he would support a similar bill. And they were marveling kind of how the bill is designed to get around the Supreme Court system because it is enforced by fellow citizens with the bounty system. And basically what they do is they offer a $10,000 bounty if, someone reports someone facilitating an abortion, they can basically get that $10,000. So Governor Ron DeSantis was asked about this. He said that he is pro-life. He supports pro-life legislation, but didn't come out right and say that he supports the Texas legislation. He said he thought it was interesting, which is political speech for saying, I'm going to see what people think about this, and I'll make my decision from there.
There you go. Okay, so let's go something lighter. We've been talking about it already this morning. College football is back. We have several games this weekend, right?
Yep, all of Florida's favorites are going to be playing.
Before you get started with your list, I got busy and made graphics this morning. So go slowly, and I will augment your list.
Gotcha. So who do you want to start with? The biggest game is definitely Georgia and Clemson. That's where game day is this week. Two big playoff contenders, all kind of always will be, ACC versus SEC also, kind of have the rivalry going there. It'll be definitely interesting to see, now in a post-Trevor Lawrence world, where is Clemson? So that'll be a really fun one. Speaking of playoff contenders, Alabama will be playing Miami in Miami. I remember when Alabama played FSU for our first game, it destroyed the rest of our season because they broke the arm of our quarterback. So good luck, Miami, there.
So this is where we start to get into newsroom politics, right? So we're going to have Jay Cashmere and Shannon Cake against Ryan Hughes and Michelle Casada, Alabama fan versus Miami fans, and that's their alum. So this is where the newsroom starts. Have you been through you haven't been in the newsroom during a football season because you came during COVID. It gets contentious. Yeah. Back in the day, Shannon and Jay, their desk happened to face behind the set and you could see the newsroom, and they would position football helmets or other Alabama gear so it was always on the news when you took the two shot of the anchors at the desk. Like, they're sneaky. I
mean, I was there before football season. I had my little Renegade. I have like my little singing Renegade doll as the FSU mascot. And I just remember like I sit next to 3 Gators, you know, when I do have a desk there. I've been working from home for over a year now. But when I do, and they all like, you know, just kind of like toppled them over. They're like, oh no, Renegade died. How terrible. And I was like, you Gators, I see you.
And that gets me to the Gators. Now we have Kelly Dunn, Michael Williams, Stephanie Susskind. The list really goes on and on and on. Those are the kind of the vocal ones in the newsroom. They're playing this weekend as well, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they're playing against FAU, so, you know, there could be some house divided there, although that one, you know, seems to be a bit of a lopsided match. Florida could have either a really amazing or really terrible start to their season. But for as far as, you know, Florida teams go this week, those are the only 2 Florida teams that are playing each other. And then we have Florida State on Sunday. We have to wait till Sunday to watch them play versus Notre Dame.
Wait,
you know, I'm hoping.
You're not going to skip over this comment. Go Gators, chomp, chomp, chomp.
I think I will. Chop, chop, chop. That is what I say to that. Go Noles. Noles, you know. Hey, when I was there, we were winning national champion stuff. We've had some building years, but, you know, I think we've had some great recruiting, and we'll definitely see where we're at this year. Notre Dame, obviously a tough team. They're not in the ACC this year, even though they were last year, so that way they could play during COVID. But, you know, so that way they can plan their schedule however they want and play a bunch of powder puffs. They're not in the ACC.
You
football.
Have an opinion.
I have a slight bias, you know, as long as it's printed on my shirt. So, you can't pretend I didn't announce that I have a bias in this game.
Rob Moore, he used to be a photographer for us at WPTV News Channel 5. He says Notre Dame 30, FSU 13. I guess he's pulling up an old score. Don't feel bad, Victoria. He will attack you every week on that. And I will attack for the Cowboys for his birds, or Eagles, rather. So he always has something to say. He goes, easy practice.
We have another week for that one.
He goes, easy practice game for Notre Dame. Out. Gators.
Be careful. You never know.
Mary says, roll Tide. Did I mention there's Rob with the Go Birds comment. It happens every broadcast. You can't get around it. It's just going to be there. Did I miss any of the...
We got some Go Canes in there. I don't know if we got the Go Canes. I mean, they've definitely got a really tough game this week. First, Alabama. I do not envy them. But if they can pull off that upset, I'd be happy for the Canes. And for the ACC in general.
And all the Florida games are in Florida this weekend. You know, the Hurricanes, the Seminoles, FAU. Well, I guess not FAU, but the Gators.
They're still in Florida.
Yeah, all the teams are in Florida. How about that? But FSU is doing something very special, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think as everybody knows by now, Bobby Patton recently passed away. And he was Florida State. He made that school what it is. He was an absolute legend. So they will be honoring him this year. They're going to have his iconic hat and his, signature on the helmets, on the uniforms, on the field. You're going to really be able to feel his presence there. And I think that's really sweet.
Legendary former college football coach Bobby Bowden. Florida State University says it's adding a Bowden patch to the sleeves of players' jerseys, and Bowden's signature will be featured on the back of their helmets. On the field, the Bowden logo with his iconic hat and Bobby's signature will be painted on each 25-yard line.
And it's time to show off those college colors of full.
Oops, bye.
We already showed our college colors, and this morning we had a post up you guys can go see on our Facebook page. We've got Stephanie Susskind in her Gator gear. We've got some Bama, and even Ashley in her Colorado or University of Boulder, Colorado. Whatever the Bisons, yeah.
What is it? The Bisons? I guess that'd be
the Bisons. Yeah, he's rocking the black and gold.
And this it's only creepy because of what you posted in the 5 Things to Know article this morning. So that.
Sorry, guys. This is the picture I could find. They don't take a lot of pictures, so I found the wax sculpture. It's a little unsettling, but we wanted something a little lighter here. As we bringing you some of the more hard-hitting news. And Abba is coming back. They've already released 2 songs. They're gonna have apparently a state-of-the-art concert. They're working with Lucasfilm on it to really make it an immersive experience. So. I mean, I'm excited. Abba holds up all these years. They've recently went viral on Twitter, and some of the original members got back together to play the song that's been viral, the Chiquititas. So it'll be fun.
I just think it's funny. Like, they look like they're on a bad 1970s sci-fi movie in these outfits. They just really look. You hear all this synthetic music, like. Okay, well, I think about Mamma Mia and the reincarnations of Mamma Mia and then Mamma Mia 2, like, and the musicals and everything. So obviously, there's some following there. You might as well get back together and do some music. I wonder if they still have that hair, though. That's the question, because we have not seen.
I mean, on the video I saw, one of the guys definitely still had a good head of hair. So
I'm jealous.
Good genes, good docs. It suits you though. Like, I can't imagine you any other way.
Oh, you're too kind. Trust me. All right, 5 fun things to do this weekend. It's country's back at the Financial Amphitheater that they're calling Coral Sky this week. It's going to be Thomas Rhett. It's going to be Cole Swindell, who I know more songs from him, actually. I know that's weird. And then Gabby Barrett.
Oh, yes. I hope that is like the new Carrie Underwood single for like when you get a breakup, you just put on her and drive.
I know, but like it's Gabby's song, I think, and then Carrie sang a different version. So Gabby sang it for pop and AC stations, and Carrie sings it on country stations, which is very interesting that they would release them at the same time. Now it's going to be at the Coral Sky tonight at 7:30. Tickets start at $36 for lawn seats, which are not seats, they're just places to stand on the lawn. Kev on Stage is at the Palm Beach Improv. He has 4 shows. Tickets start at $30 plus tax fee at a 2-drink minimum. I didn't know who this guy was, but he's been taking off on social media, and
I follow him on Twitter. That's the only thing I know him from. He's funny on Twitter.
He is hysterical. Today in the 11 o'clock, we're going to play a clip from this video right here. You can watch the whole video right now at wptv.com/taste. It's clean but funny humor. He talks about what it's like if you grew up poor or rich. And one of the examples he gave is like, if you're poor, your dog food, if you're rich, your dog food was a bag with a dog on it. If you're poor, it's whatever you ate. So the black-eyed peas, the cornbread, the yada, 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 all the bad stuff for you. And you got diabetes, and so did your dog. And like a pill for Rufus and a pill for Grandma. Like, it was just like, it's really, really funny. And he does a nice job with it. And then Palm Beach Creamed Honey is locally created honey. My computer's freezing up here, so I'm not able to show you this. But they're having a pop-up shop tomorrow at Delray Beach Market. That's that new indoor marketplace in Palm Beach County, in Delray Beach rather, and they are going to sell their honey. Now, normally you can only get it on Amazon. That's that's their business model, but you can actually go and taste the honey and go to the pop-up shop, and it's just in time for number 1, Rosh Hashanah coming up, because their honey's kosher, all their honey. Number 2, it's it's National Honey Month. Sorry, my notes are on this page that froze up. So I'm just doing all this by memory now. And then in Jupiter, there's going to be another concert. It is out there at the Abacoa Amphitheater in Jupiter. And this one is kind of fun because it always cracks me up, because you could always just sit at the restaurants and listen because it's just fenced off. But just a little pro tip for you. It's Cody Johnson.
Life pro tip.
Yeah, it's Cody Johnson with You I Am. And tickets start at $43 plus tax fee. That's on Sunday at 6 if you don't feel like doing football. And then all weekend at the South Florida Fairgrounds, it's the Palm Beach Antique Show. There you go. So that is a mouthful, and I hope you can start your fun Labor Day weekend off right, and Rosh Hashanah. You can celebrate that in the appropriate ways too. Good night, everybody. Good day.
Good day. And
oh no, we're not starting that. Oh, I'll do this for the Gator fans.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being mean. You guys need to find your own thing.